Hello, welcome to today's pre-departure briefing, where we're going to be covering the subject of orientation and the meet and greet service that the University of Sheffield provide. My name's Adam Brown, and I'm just going to take you through a few of the points that you need to be aware of. So, first of all, before leaving home, at the University of Sheffield, we advise that you check out the university's advice pages. You can find these at sheffield.ac.uk/registration/new students/before, and these are really comprehensive guides on all of the things that you need to be aware of before you come to study in the UK. So do check that out. You'll see there's information about CAS, information about your visa, information about your accommodation. Just go there and you'll get everything that you need to know. We also advise that you check out a website called prepareforsuccess.org.uk. This is a really fantastic website. It's becoming really popular at the moment. Its main goal is to show students the differences between their education system and the UK one, so you can get a good idea of the kind of things that are going to be required from you in the UK when you get here. They have quite a lot of training and mini courses on that website, which will help you really be ready to adapt and adjust to life in the UK when you get here. Practicing your English, of course, is really important when you realise that as soon as you get to the UK, you're going to be sat in lecture theatres and speaking to your fellow classmates in English. So I would advise listening to the BBC radio on bbc.co.uk/radio. And this will help you kind of train your ear to listening to many different accents. Particularly if you listen to Radio 4, there's some interesting debate on there. And of course, you must request to join our Facebook group for international offer holders. This is one of the ways that we disseminate information, so you can get information about what's happening in the university before you arrive, but it's also a great opportunity for you to meet fellow classmates before you come to the university. So the meet and greet service is something that the University of Sheffield offer every year. It's a really fantastic opportunity to basically make your transition to the university very, very easy. We have staff members that meet you at Manchester Airport in the peak hours in the week preceding the orientation week. So this year that's between the 12th and the 19th of September. And we define peak hours as between 8 AM and 6 PM. It's a really good service. When you arrive to the airport, there'll be some of our staff members there, some of my colleagues, they'll be waiting for you, and they'll pick you up, take you by coach, by bus to Sheffield, and when you arrive in Sheffield, they're going to give you your keys to your accommodation and any welcome packs that's needed as well. It has a really small cost of £20, which is cheaper than the train and cheaper than a taxi. So if you are arriving between 8 AM and 6 PM on the 12th to the 19th of September, I would wholeheartedly suggest or recommend that you take advantage of that service. Yeah, it's great. If you want more information about that service, you can email the meet-greet@sheffield.ac.uk, and it's also on the website there. Registration, this happens during part of the orientation week or introduction week, which this year is from the 19th to the 23rd of September, so it's the week following the meet and greet service that we offer to Manchester Airport. At registration, you'll be required to pay outstanding fees that you haven't paid already. If you have a sponsor letter, we'll be required to see that as well. You will collect your U-card. So the U-card is your identification card as a student of the university. This card is going to allow you access to the library. It's going to allow you to take books out of the library. It's also going to allow you access to maybe your studio if you're an architecture student, or to your laboratory if you're a mechanical engineering student. Really important. With this U-card comes your university computer account, which is where you're going to keep all your files and do all your work and have your email address as well. which is really cool when you get your @Sheffield email address. You can show off to all your friends. Yeah, so you'll also do your UHS registration. UHS is the University Health Service, the health service that the university provides to the students here. It's a really good service. They're there available during working hours, and they have an emergency line for outside of working hours. So definitely you want to register for them. And we're also going to check your passport and your biometric residence permit. If you haven't a biometric residence permit at this point, we're going to give you information on how to get it. Okay. Orientation will happen around the same time as registration. Well, they happen simultaneously. And it's the start of each academic semester. So this year it will be during that week in the 19th until the 23rd of September. It's a really good way to introduce yourself or be introduced to the city of Sheffield, to meet people on your course, to meet people that you're living with, to kind of expand the networks that you're operating within, and just generally help you settle into life in the UK. This is mainly provided for our international students because they may not know, the kind of things, the kind of amenities that Sheffield offer. So the full agenda, we're going to release this slightly later on in the year. But if you want to check on the website there, sheffield.ac.uk/SSID/new students/orientation week, there'll be a kind of an agenda of what's happening. So to give you an example of what we will cover in the orientation week, this is just a general example. We're going to introduce you mostly to the university at the start, so there'll be overview of the university support services, the safety and security of living in the university. When we're talking about university support services, these are people that can help you with your visas, people that can help you with finance. It's also going to include stuff about finding a job in the UK. I know a lot of you are interested in that, so that's going to be there as well. Icebreakers. The icebreakers are generally to get you talking to new people, help you make more friends. So we're going to be offering these according to accommodation. We'll offer them according to faculties and departments, these kind of things. So that's really important as well. Some other topics that you'll be able to be involved with as part of the orientation week. There's a local history walk. There will be introduction into setting up your banking. There will be karaoke events. There'll be a trip to Meadowhall shopping centre. So it's a very, very active week, and we advise that you go to it, really. Don't worry if you do miss any events, because they're going to be repeated as part of it. But yeah, definitely go to the orientation.